All right, welcome back to Overland Outfitting. We're here with Dave. Got a progress report to kind of get up to speed with and kind of go over what's going on. A lot's been happening in terms of getting the wiring and infrastructure put into place, and at this point moving towards getting the interior panels set. So I'm gonna switch frames here, angles, and Dave, let's maybe start with the wiring. Just give an overview. We've got a bunch of it hidden now, which is good and not necessary, but we've got all the connections exposed, and we have the lights that just went out that are hooked up to the doors. Those are hooked up, and some of the others are in place. That'll be the interior lights. So let's get cracking and get after it.
What we did, it's all been pre-wired, so the wiring is roughed in. We use duplex wire, and it's a nice wire that's all sheathed, and it keeps everything neat and clean. So everything is hidden behind the panels. These are a custom
duplex wire, huh?
Yeah, that's
all that was needed.
Yeah, it's got, this is red and black. All these are red and black.
Okay.
And they have a nice sheath on them. So this will all get wired into the panel box here. We just stuck these through. There'll be an overhead cabinet here that'll actually cover. It'll come out about 12 inches. And so this will be access to a wire or to a light over top of the cabinet. There'll be a countertop here. But what's really cool about this is we're using Thinsulate Insulation, and this is so nice.
That's right. Originally we were looking at going with the wool, but then we found this Thinsulate. And go ahead, you were about to say what's nice about this.
It's so nice because it kind of looks like fiberglass, but it's so friendly. It's such a nice.
Easy to work with. You don't have to have gloves on. You don't have to worry about inhalation issues.
No respirator, no glass, no. It's really super clean, and we put it up because it doesn't like some of this Gorilla Tape and stuff. So temporarily, until we get our panels in, we just put some wires across here, and that holds it up into place. We're going. This is another really nice. Product here. It comes from Commercial Van Shelving, and these panels are all pre-cut, pre-punched, and we use a little I can show you right here. That's a little button that goes in. It's kind of a one-way thing.
Okay.
And so you just push them in, and they hold the panels really nice and tight against the
they're pushing into what? Maybe let's show an example of what that's going into here.
There's a.
You can show on the ceiling.
Right here. Here's a hole right here.
Yep.
So that hole that goes right in there like that.
So essentially, this kit is basically just made to be plug and play. Right to factory.
Now the reason I push that in there is because the ones overhead are a little bit larger that hold the ceiling panels up. The ceiling panels are insulated, and so they have a little space. They're a little heavier, and that's what I've got right here. You can kind of get an idea of that.
Okay, hang on a second, Dave.
Okay, this is kind of an interesting thing. This is part of the ceiling panel, the farthest rear panel. It's got the little buttons here, but they're a little bit larger, and they go through there like that. But all the holes are different size for the ceiling. They're just a little heavier duty. This is really nice. It's an insulated panel. And
insulated, huh?
Yeah.
So these are the ceilings, and these are the insulated ones. And I know Amy was mentioning yesterday that so the wall panels are not insulated,
right?
And they were quite a bit cheaper. However, at this point, I know she was kind of thinking maybe she wishes she had the insulated on the sides as well for the extra rigidity.
Yeah, except for the fact that we're going to have cabinets here. Actually holding these panels in place. The only place we won't have one is right here, but we're going to have a window here. So we'll have the window trim actually sandwiching this panel in, insulated all around the outside. We insulated every square inch of this interior with Thinsulate. We stuffed it in all the panels, so it's really well insulated now. And so what's nice with these panels is you cut a 3-inch hole and you pop these little puck lights in there.
Gotcha.
And
Well, and it should be mentioned, right? We had it up temporarily yesterday, so the ceiling panel is around the side here,
right,
and we suspended that, and then cut the roof vent.
right.
Marked it and cut the roof vent. So it's a matter of now cutting the holes for those lights, right?
Right,
And
that's
then,
all that's left, and then we'll set the paneling back up here. It's nice, it goes from about, not quite to the edge of this hole, clear to the front. So it's folded in layers, and that's what you see out here.
3-piece fold, as I
And
remember
then
correctly. Right?
there's one here, and it's got a little channel that fastens the two together.
Kind of a molding
Right.
to connect the last 2 pieces.
And so these wires that are sticking through here, this will be under cabinet lighting. This is for a swing arm reading light.
Okay.
Then we have wiring down here. There's a shore power or off of an inverter. This is 110, and there'll be a little armrest right here on the side of the couch. Couch sits right here, and it's a fold over. Actually, it's a jackknife couch, so it pulls out and makes a nice bed right here.
Yep.
The cabinetry will be aluminum. I just got all the materials, and so this will slide out. This refrigerator by Winter. It's a refrigerator 2-zone freezer refrigerator.
Yep. We'll review that a little further on going, because that's a really nice unit. We'll definitely talk about that more.
Okay, and then the electrical is all in here with the lithium battery, a DC charger, and we're going to cover all of these. We'll have to make some panels here, and we can cover these posts. There'll be a cabinet that comes out here.
And let's talk about this battery real quick. What do we got going on for the battery? I remember we were looking at going the lithium.
We have a Battleborn 100 amp hour 12-volt lithium battery, and that will power the whole thing. One of the things that, do you want to talk about the plug-in for the power?
Yes.
Okay.
But let's take and we'll just we'll cut to that in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So you got a Battleborn battery here. And do you have the ability to expand that system with a second battery at this point?
Absolutely, and we've got plenty of room. We can mount this on the wall if we need to. We can put another battery here. There'll be a cabinet over top of this, so we can do anything we want to do. We're also going to have water storage on that side and water storage on the other side, so we'll be able to carry a lot of water.
What about the inverter? I know the verdict is still out. We haven't gone down that road yet. But
right, we don't have an inverter yet. We do have a DC charger, which is nice because the alternator doesn't put all of its amperage into the battery. It regulates that, and it only allows 20 amps of power to go to charge the battery. So that's all wired up with the house batteries here under the seat, and so that's all wired across to the DC charger, back to the battery, and through this panel box up here. So we have a controller. We'll have a controller on the solar panel, but the whole electrical system is right here. It's really handy. It's all concise. It's very clean, very neat.
Okay, Dave, so let's talk about the input for the electrical. How's it going to get hooked up and wired in?
Well, that's one of the things we're really happy with right here. In the factory, when you order a van like this and it has a tow package, this is what you get. You get a short or a plug-in for your trailer, and this is a flat 4 with a ground, and so we wanted this to look like a factory thing. And so what we did is we took the same cover, we put another one here, build a bracket for it so it looks like the factory, And now what we have is on this side we have a plug-in for a remote solar panel.
Okay, standard SAE connection.
And then on this side we've got a plug-in for shore power.
Ah, nice.
So this way when somebody looks at this, it'll look like a factory thing, and it kind of disappears, but it doesn't look like a big box hanging on the side of the van. It's really clean.
Yeah, cheap plastic box that also is another hole you got to cut in your van, right?
That's right. So you don't have anything on the sides. It keeps your van really clean, really neat. And so they'll have a remote solar panel out here, like a suitcase solar panel. And it'll just pull right over here, plug right in here, go to the battery, go to the controller. And so
it's really nice, Dave. Clean.
And then we can take the solar panels, the suitcase type, and we can expand that. So we can hook two together. We can still bring it in right there.
Well, you could even, and if Amy or anyone else ever wanted to mount panels up on the roof, you could just run them down there as well.
We could run them here, or we could come through this roof with a nice jack, a nice fastener up there if you wanted to have panels on the roof. She didn't want to have panels on the roof because it's so tall for her. She didn't want to get up there. She wanted to be able to just set them out here, park the van in the shade, set the panels out where they catch the maximum amount of light.
Right.
Plug it into the van right there.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I think a lot of people overlook, and you say, well, if they're up on the roof, why would you need to get up there? And the thing that I think it's overlooked a lot with solar panels is the fact that you got to clean them a lot in order for the efficiency to stay.
That's right. They get
there.
dirty, a little bit of rain and a little bit of dust in the air, and they're all covered with dirt.
Right. And it drops the efficiency significantly.
Right. So you need to get up there. It's a little awkward. It's awkward for me to get up on top of a van. So if you have it out here, you can wipe it off. You can put it away, take it with you. It makes it really easy.
Right.
And having a plug-in like this just makes all the difference in the world.
Yep. Absolutely. That's really nice, Dave. Excellent. Okay, so one last thing now. Let's just give a quick overview and intro of what we have in mind in terms of the shower pan here and what we're going to do with utilities and water storage over on this other side, the driver's side.
Well, we found that it's almost impossible to find the right shapes shower pan. So what we decided to do is build our own shower pan. This has got one coating right now of Flex Seal, which is liquid rubber. It's got a vent or a drain right here, and it actually contours to the shape that we need, including the back. There'll be more molding here, but this is a really nice pan idea here. And if you wanted to have an outdoor shower or something, you could come off the back here, but there's enough room inside to put a composting toilet. There'll be a wall right here that will be a separation from the rest of the cabinet or the cabin, and so you can step in here, you can step off here, and so we're just making our own pan. And it's custom to this van, and this will be a little shelf here that you can have your soap or those sorts of things.
Shampoo up there, yep.
And then there'll be a cabinet on the other side. What we've done is we've plumbed this across from the passenger side to the driver's side with PEX tubing and shark bite fittings. Most of our water system will be on the passenger side, but we wanted to be able to come across and have our shower. So we can have the shower, it's a flexible shower head right up here in the middle. Then we can take it down, we can hang it right here. We can have an access to have an external or outside shower. And we can move that around a little bit. It'll have a shower curtain that will go around here. And we plan to cover this a little nicer with metal strip here and another nice strip on the side here.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
But this
And the other thing, it should be mentioned, right? The other reason why I wanted to do the external shower option is because that's going to end up being a dog bed, a dog shower.
absolutely.
Too, right? Dog wash.
This is going to come off of our receiver. It'll have a pan out here, and she can set her dogs here, wash them off, dry them off, send them right into the van, and so it gives a person an option to either shower inside, outside, or do the dog cleaning station.
Excellent.
And on this side, we will probably use jerry cans. Should I maybe put one of these up? We may use cans like this. There'll be a storage area on the other side of the wall for cans, so we can have multiple cans here for water. We didn't want to put just one big tank. It makes it a lot easier to move one tank around than to carry a line in here and fill a big tank.
Well, and if you just need 5-6 gallons of water, depending on whether you're using aquatainers or jerry cans, the thing is you can take that jug, go somewhere, get your water.
Absolutely.
You don't have to drive your vehicle to go get the
Right.
water, you know.
Right.
And if you do, well, then you just make do. You just offload and connect them with the hose anyway, right? You don't
Right.
have to take the jugs out to
Right.
fill them.
Right. The nice thing that we're also doing is a floor that is 100% waterproof, so you don't have to worry about having water splashed in here. It's
Right.
not going to be a problem. But it gives us the option. We'll have a little pressure system. It's not an electric system. She wants a foot-operated pump for the kitchen sink, but we'll also have a electric pump for the shower, so we can move it around from side to side, and it gives her the flexibility to have her kitchen outdoors, indoors, use it with a shower pan, use it with a rack out here for the dogs. We wanted to do as many things as possible and keep it all neat and easy to understand, easy to make it all work for our client here.
Well, it's looking good, Dave, and thanks for the update. Look forward to the next time around here in a couple days. We'll give it another once over, and
Sounds good.
by that time we should have the ceiling panel up,
The fan's up.
the fans up, yep, the lights in, and be moving towards working on finishing the shower pan and start thinking about cabinetry
Yeah, that's right, and the flooring.
and the flooring.
And the flooring will all go in, and then we'll put the cabinets on top of those.
Okay.
So it's all sealed.
All right, well, till next time, thanks again for the overview. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this. If so, please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we look forward to talking with you again soon.
See you later, Fred.
See you later, Dave.